Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another VTuber song reaction. It's been 10 months since I listened to the last Marine song. I listened to Unison like straight up 10 months ago, and I was like, this is fun. I enjoyed it. And then nobody ever requested anything else from any other like popular VTuber. There was one side project that I reacted to after that, but this is a new one. I was lightly tapped in my Discord about this one's existence, and I was like, hey, after the last one, I've got to hear this. And then I found out that it was also worked on by Toby Fox and Camellia. So I'm like, why wouldn't I listen to this? So I guess all I got to say is, let's get to this one. Let's go.
私のもの、そう私のもの、千の黄金、数百年の財宝、この船に眠る。
Oh. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be fun. Yep. I'm feeling the influences of both people who worked on this. Dude, the arrangement has to be Camellia. Composition feels a little too Toby Fox to not be Toby. Just the overall structure feels very much like his work. Yeah, especially this part. Immediately Toby. Ooh, man, that goes hard. I could do a whole separate video on the animation for this too. I've been... Ooh. I've just been watching the animation a little bit. I've been trying to avoid it. Just because I'm paying attention to the lyrics, too. But man, the animation's so clean, I could straight up do a whole video on that. God, this is way too fun. Loving the casual China symbol usage there. Back to the chorus. Oh no! A break. I love being wrong. Dude, the production value is so insane all around on this. Like, even animation aside, the engineering of the song is just... it's so tight. Oh man, I'm rocking out. My feet are drumming off screen. Dude. It's a VTuber song. You don't need to put everything you've got into it. Jesus motherfucking Christ. All right, so I don't want to get too much into the animation stuff. Like I said, I could do a whole separate video on that. If people want to see that, let me know, because I could and would totally make a whole breakdown getting into the more weeds of the animation and what things were done there, what techniques were followed. But the studios on the list of credits here, excuse me, they have WIT, they have Trigger, they have OLM, they got Silverlink, they've got so many amazing studios. 7arcs is in there. Who else? Cygames? Like, are you kidding me? This list is absolutely unhinged. Whoa. How much money went into that? Like, obviously you just pick some great animators from any studio and they're gonna make an absolute bomb video, but like, are you kidding me with this? That selection, just those couple, could make a movie. Are you kidding me? Like, there's so many other studios in here too that I've been seeing a lot more recently that it's like, okay, go off, I guess. I mean, man, what a video. But also, this video specifically is about the music, so getting into more of that, I did confirm my suspicions that it is Toby Fox who wrote and composed the song, but the arrangement was done by Camellia. That just felt right. Like, a lot of the stuff in the melody, the harmonies, the way it was all structured felt very Toby Fox to me, but the way it was actually utilizing instruments and everything, like the overall arrangement, felt way more full than I think I've ever heard Toby actually do. Toby's a great musician, don't get me wrong. It's just that there's a very specific way that every musician makes their song sound. There is a sound that follows that, and the techniques that they use to approach those are very unique to each person. And this did not feel like a Toby composition arrangement. It felt like a Toby composition and then somebody else doing the arrangement. But Camellia being the one to arrange it makes a lot more sense to me, just due to how things were handled overall. Some of the accents especially felt very much more like stuff Camellia has done before. That experience with all those instruments is definitely something that is required for a song this busy. And while Toby Fox has a great compositional skill, I still don't think I've ever heard a song quite this complex in soundscape from him. I haven't heard every song he's ever made, but it felt way more busy, which is much more up Camellia's alley as far as being a composer and arranger, so that all just tracks to me. And as far as the lyrics go, much like a lot of Japanese tracks, it was pretty literal. It was just walking you through the story, and the video matched it, so you're able to follow along with what's going on. I like the metaphors that exist in there too. Obviously, I'm reading the translation, not the original lyrics, so it's kind of a hit or miss on how accurate those can be, albeit the subtitlers for these have to be top tier. Why would they be anything less? So I'm sure they're very well done, and they definitely felt like it. Just nailing things down as simple as getting things to rhyme in a language where it doesn't rhyme. That's like a whole skill in and of itself, so you have to give the subtitlers props that they put in that amount of effort in order to make things feel much better for everybody internationally, and this does a great job of that. And the lyrics were just kind of neat. I like the story going on in this. Obviously, like I said during the reaction, I was kind of trying to avoid watching too much of the video, because if I do an animation thing later, I want to be able to focus more in on that and be able to watch it with a more fresh pair of eyes. So the spots that I could just stare directly at the lyrics, I was doing that. But man, going back through it to catch some of the other lyrics I did miss, God, the animation, oh, I can't get over it. In general, it just baffles me. Like, I'm not in the VTuber scene at all. I really don't follow any VTubers or anything. I at least understand the community that exists and why. I've just never gotten that deep into it. But the fact that this can happen, the fact that somebody who doesn't even show their face can make a music video of this caliber with talent of this caliber, and they're just a VTuber. They show up, they goof around, they play games, and that's awesome to me. That people can do that, that's a freedom that's allowed in the modern day. But I love that it happens, because you get these people who are doing this, and they get to supervise and create this story that they want to tell about who their character is and why they are. It's kind of like the dream of any person who's ever made an OC in their life, you know? Like, while these characters may or may not be owned by other companies, properties and there might be some IP bouncing around in there, it's still amazing that they allow them the freedom to be able to supervise and plan out these sorts of projects. That's just absolutely mind-blowing to me. As an animator and a musician, I love that. I love it when people are able to be artistically expressive. It's always been one of my favorite things about the internet in general, and it will continue to be till the day I die. But I think that's about all I really got to say about this one. It's mostly just a gush about how cool it is that this sort of thing can and does happen on a regular basis. It's just awesome. But either way, if you like this video and you want to request something else, another song from another VTuber even, because I really don't get a lot of those, by all means, drop it down in the comments below and I will do my best to get to it. Or at very least, if you want to see me do an animation analysis of this video and go like deep into the weeds of that, drop that down in the comments below and I will also do my best there. And otherwise, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for my other content I put out, you know how to do all that. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!